The radio stations of DoorCountyDailyNews.com in studio with Nick Brinkman, headed to nationals for powerlifting. Now, this is a brand new sport in Sturgeon Bay, Nick. First of all, take me back to the beginning of the year, just 3 months ago when the season started. Your weightlifting, whether it be bench, squat, or deadlift, you have had some incredible gains. Let's go event by event, if you will. Squat. How much weight have you gained in your squat?
Squat, I'd say 150 pounds, anywhere to 200 pounds. I mean, before the season, my knees weren't the best. They were weak, and my coach really helped me get my knees strong and really focus on, your technique and things like that, and it just skyrocketed from there.
150 to 200 pounds extra added in 3 months to his squat. Coach John Vercotteren, you're talking about, I imagine.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. Let's go to the bench. How much did you gain on your bench press?
About 50 pounds. When going into the season, my bench has always been pretty strong, but I never thought it'd be this strong on bench. I mean, I gained a lot just from, like I said, John just showing small techniques and things like that.
And how about deadlift?
Deadlift, probably around 100 some pounds.
Wow.
I mean, deadlift is a lot about technique and stuff too, so getting your technique down just, like I said, just skyrockets your lifts.
Now, this is something new to Sturgeon Bay. It's your first year. Did you ever think state, for that matter, even now nationals would be imaginable?
No, actually my first meet I was pretty far away from state. I was like 150 pounds away from state, so it was a far reach, and I always thought I might make it, but then after the first meet, I'm like, I'm gonna need some work, and I'm gonna need to get in the weight room a lot more than what I was, and then went to state. Didn't lift as well as I thought, but then I did make nationals, so I never thought I'd be here.
Nick Brinkman is a Sturgeon Bay senior, 18 years old, and now headed to Orlando, Florida. He will compete in the national level on April 3rd. Now, in preparation for that, do you do what they call tapering in many other sports?
Not a whole lot.
So you're maxing right now?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, in order, to get a lot stronger, I'm definitely going to need to eat a lot more. I mean, John says I haven't been eating a lot. My little brother eats more than me, in fact. So, I'm just going to have to get, in the weight room a lot more and work on technique. And technique's really probably going to help me not max out. So.
Okay. April 3rd in Orlando. You've got a little time before you get down there to compete. You mentioned working on your diet, working on your technique. Is there anything else to prepare for the nerves of this event? I mean, this is going to be a little different than working in the Sturgeon Bay Gymnasium.
Yeah, that's for sure. When I went to state, I never thought it'd be as a big an event as what it was. I mean, we went in there. It was about 100 degrees in the gym. It was packed full of competitors, people watching. And nationals, I've never been there, but I heard it was really big, and I'm just thinking it's gonna be like 5 times as what state was. So, just to prepare for it, just go out there and try to beat your record, and just compete against others, but not only others, yourself. So probably just preparing mentally is going to be the biggest challenge.
Sure. Nick, now, is it just those 3 events? Is it squat, bench, and deadlift?
Yep, just those 3 events.
And do they take just a combined weight, and that's your total?
So they take your best record for each event. So they'll take the combined total of squat, bench, and deadlift.
Okay. Yep. So can you go through what you've done so far, your PRs, your personal records?
Yeah, my personal record for squat was it was 475. And actually in the gym, I almost got 545. So it's really just like a depth and like where your stance is and how the judges are really. Like sometimes your judges can be picky or they're pretty lenient on the depth you go down. For squat, you have to be below parallel, so that's a really big issue. Bench is 280. I've tried 285 and 290, and I've missed on that. So I've been, trying to PR on that, but it's really hard for bench. Deadlift, my PR for deadlift is 530. I tried 545, and I actually locked that out, but the judges, they didn't give me the lift. So, it was close, but we'll see what happens.
Boy, you said there was a big difference in that first, from 470 up to 540, all because of technique and difference in what they allow. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, it's just your technique, and you have to be really smooth at when lifting. You can't be you can't be jittery and things like that. Otherwise, they'll call it. But it's pretty much just the depth. The depth is a big thing for squat.